You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/PODKATZ13. Just go to Indeed.com/PODKATZ13 right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.
Do you ever question the reason you aren't at the level that you want to be? Have you ever considered the difference between your current income and your desired income isn't because of any of the things you tell yourself? Have you considered that it's not your location, your look, where you got your degree, or even your talent? What if it's guts? The guts to say, I can do that, here's an offer. To raise your rates, being confident enough to promote your work, and more importantly, yourself. In other words, the guts to say what needs to be said when it needs to be said. What if that's the key?
Are you ready?
Courage isn't a bonus skill for freelancers. It's a core requirement. The freelance game is brutal and competition is growing. A lot of people are coming in. They aren't scared. They're hungry. If you want to succeed in the creative world, in the world of media, you cannot be a coward. So let's break down 3 reasons why you've got to get over your fear, step up, and constantly push forward. First, you cannot be afraid to put yourself out there. If you're waiting to feel ready, you're already losing. The freelance world does not reward perfection or careful steps. It rewards people who make moves. If you think you're going to succeed from the shadows, think again. If you're a graphic designer, a writer, a videographer, or any kind of creative, your work doesn't speak until someone sees it. That means you have to have the confidence to say, this is what I do, and be willing to show it. No mumbling, no downplaying, no asking just to have a chance. Say what you have to say with your chest and with your spine straight. Whether it's pitching to a new client, posting your portfolio, shaking hands at a conference, you've got to market yourself like you believe in yourself. Think about it. Every successful freelancer you may know, may admire, is out here hustling. They're sharing their wins, they're emailing editors, they're sliding into DMs. A lot of those people are bold with it, and they're not asking or waiting for permission. I get it. Self-promotion, it can feel cringy. You may worry about coming off as arrogant or even annoying. But the truth is, if you don't sell yourself, no one's going to do it for you. And you can bet no one is sifting through the pile for the freelancer who won't speak up. So get moving, show up, speak up, and own your space. Always remember, stay quiet, stay broke. Boots on the ground are a requirement. No one excels from the sidelines. Whether you're a journalist, photographer, or some other type of creative, get comfortable with being in the mix. For my freelance journalists, you especially cannot expect to build a career trying to cover stories from your couch. You've got to be at the press conference asking the tough questions. You've got to reach out to sources for an interview, even if you're worried they'll say no. You've got to be at that protest, getting those details firsthand. Photographers, same deal. You can't capture the shot of your lifetime if you're too nervous to pull out your camera in front of people. You can't be worried about what people think. You can't be concerned about the chance someone may question you or what you're doing. That fear, it will cost you. In the short term, it could be that shot that could have brought in much needed revenue. But for the long term, the shots you missed could have been the ones that define your career. People don't realize just how many opportunities and just how much money fear has cost them, or even when those occasions are happening. In the description, you'll find a link to a post about the ways fear costs freelancers. I suggest you check it out. But right now, realize that being boots on the ground, it means embracing discomfort. Operating like a fearless freelancer doesn't mean you never get scared. It means how you feel doesn't stop you. You still show up. You're still ready to work, even when it feels intimidating. In a world saturated with stuff, the audience, clients, they want creators who deliver unique, on-the-ground perspectives. Playing it safe is not going to cut it. There are too many people with too much ambition and a growing ability to get things done, and they will do it. Every freelancer faces that moment of hesitation, that should I ask, should I shoot, should I act? The answer is always yes. Yes, you should. And you must, if you want to make it. You don't always have to be out there, but when it's called for, you've got to be ready to get your hands dirty and make shit happen. Freelancers cannot be afraid of what's going to be said. You can't fear feedback, and you sure as hell can't fear backlash. Freelancing means putting your work in the line of fire. Every pitch, every post, every portfolio piece, it's a target. And the truth is, some people will take that shot. You'll get notes you didn't ask for, comments you didn't want, criticism you don't want to hear. That's part of the deal. And you signed up. If you're a writer, an editor might tear your work apart. If you're a designer, your mock-up might get trashed at first. You're a strategist, yeah, there are people who will call your idea off-brand or too much. Whatever your craft, if you're playing big, there will come a time someone won't like it or can't see the vision. And fair enough, because if you expect to present an offer or a product to someone for them to pay for, you can't find it unreasonable for them to critique or criticize it. But here's the thing, critique isn't a threat. It's a tool, and you can use it. Every edit, every tough comment, every this doesn't land, those are chances to sharpen your edge, grow faster, see your blind spots, learn something you may not have known before. You don't have to agree with every bit of feedback. You don't have to make every revision. But you do need to be able to hear what is said without crumbling. And that's not to say you accept all criticism as constructive, because it's certainly not. Which brings us to backlash. It's real. It's going to happen. It's not a matter of if, it's when. You will upset someone. A post will rub someone the wrong way. A client will push back. You'll get called unprofessional, and a whole lot worse. Unless you're very lucky, chances are there will be a point where in some form you're insulted and even degraded. Welcome to the world of working in the public forum. None of that really means you're off track. It means you're doing something visible. And when it gets loud, that's a signal that that thing you're doing is probably something that matters. But people want impact. You can't thrive out here if negative comments are going to bend your arrow. Don't let fear of pushback stop you from saying what needs to be said, creating what needs to be created, or doing the work that needs to be done. Bottom line is, the creative and media world is not a place for cowards. Creative work, media work, freelance life, it demands nerve. You can't tiptoe your way around. You've got to show up, be willing to be loud, stand tall, take hits, and be ready to keep moving. You've got to put yourself out there and keep diving back into the action time after time. But you do that knowing the more crowded this space gets, the easier it is to vanish. To stand out, it's going to take confidence, and it takes courage. The courage to speak, to pitch, to publish, to risk being wrong, and to be real. Stop waiting for permission. Stop rehearsing for perfection. The ones succeeding? Nope, they're not always the ones who are the most talented. They're just the ones who had the guts. It's no good news.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. With Indeed sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Don't wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/PODKATZ13. Just go to Indeed.com/PODKATZ13 right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Hiring? Indeed is all you need.